Welcome back to Trying Vegan with Mario. On this episode, we are going to be using cauliflower to make some incredible vegan comfort food. I'm going to be showing you how to make a delicious risotto recipe, and then I'm going to have the queen, you guys, the queen of vegan comfort food. I'm so excited. She's going to come and join me in my kitchen and teach me her buffalo cauliflower wing recipe. This is Lauren Toyota, the author of Hot for Food. She's a former MTV host, TV superstar, found a passion for vegan cooking, and now she, for the past 7 years, has built up an incredible reputation as being one of the premier experts in vegan comfort food. So she's gonna come and join me in my kitchen and teach me her buffalo cauliflower bite recipe. All that when we come back on Trying Vegan with Mario. Now, you may have heard that eating more vegan food can be better for your health and it could be better for the environment, but I'm here to make sure it tastes good.
Asking how I made this bowl of vegetables, got so much soul. Whoa, in the kitchen trying vegan with Mario.
We are gonna start working on my cauliflower risotto recipe. First step to this is creating cauliflower rice. It's taking a vegetable, giving it a texture of a carb, giving it that nutrient density, but also having that deliciousness. You know how much we all love carbs. So I got my normal cheese grater right here. See, it's got some of the bigger holes. Gonna take a look, see that? That's what we need. If you have a food processor, that works great, but we're just gonna grab a piece of cauliflower and you're just gonna start grating it, just like you would cheese. And you'll see it comes out pretty easily, and off the first take, look at this little like sprinkle. You wouldn't even notice the difference. It looks a lot like rice. Once we cook it up into a risotto, you're gonna see that it could actually taste a lot like rice. Have you ever worried about your cholesterol? Have you ever worried about your health or seen somebody in your family go through something that made you question the food that you're eating? Or have you ever wondered about the environment and the impact that you're making and how you can reduce your carbon footprint? And the last thing I want you to think about is think about where your food is coming from. In this internet age, I'm sure we've all gone on Facebook and we've all seen the insides of a slaughterhouse and thought, I just want to turn this off and move on, out of sight, out of mind. But once you really realize the impact you're having and how bad some of these bigger companies are, you know, of course there are farms that do a little bit better, they're not all the same, but once you see that, you almost can't go back. So that's what happened to me. My dad owns an Italian sausage factory. Here I am with the vegan cooking show, and I'm showing you guys how to turn cauliflower into rice. The last place I would have expected to be, but now that I have learned about plant-based foods, I've learned about what's happening in the food industry, I definitely see a lot of reasons why you guys should start eating more plant-based foods. Come on guys, we got cauliflower rice we're working on. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is just heat up a pan over here. Get that going because we are soon gonna add some olive oil. We're soon gonna add the rice and we're gonna get that cooking. So that's gonna start heating up with some olive oil, just a little bit. And you can use water as well. I'm not going the full extreme. Sometimes I do enjoy no oil cooking. We're gonna let that heat up for a little bit longer. Add that to our olive oil. Now this is just gonna cook down, and you're gonna start to see some moisture coming out of it, and we're gonna add a little bit more moisture back into it later. But first you wanna start by just letting this cook for about 5 minutes before we're gonna add some of the other ingredients. All right, starting to sizzle a little bit. We're gonna cook this for about 5 to 10 minutes, but in the meantime, I'm gonna start smashing some garlic and chopping and mincing that up. That's what's gonna start to keep developing the flavors. Quick little smash, and then we're mincing garlic. I'm Italian, so garlic is one of the most popular ingredients, so that's something that I've been able to keep with me. You know, think about your culture, your heritage. What are some of the most popular ingredients in the food that your friends and family are cooking, that your grandparents are cooking, and how can you take that inspiration, that culture, that family, and turn it into something incredible, turn it into something super unique, turn it into something vegan, and then show up at your next holiday party and be like, hey grandma, I got some vegan cauliflower rice risotto for you. And you don't even have to tell her, just see what that reaction is and let me know. I'm really curious at how your family appreciates the different changes that you're taking in your life, because I've seen a lot of times that some people are a little bit resistant when you start changing your diet, changing the way that you eat, or changing the culture, or changing your family recipes. But eventually I've noticed that a lot of people will hop on board, and you'd be surprised the difference that you could make in the rest of your family's lives. So this is ready for a little bit more, some more ingredients. We're gonna add some plant-based milk here. I got coconut milk. It's got a strong flavor. It's what was in my kitchen today. I might use almond milk on another day. It doesn't taste as much, but this is gonna work just as well. We add that in there. We're gonna sprinkle a little paprika on top. We're gonna add a little bit of vegetable broth, key for vegan cooking and flavor. And then we're just gonna keep letting this simmer. I'm gonna grab one more of my favorite ingredients. Starting to smell amazing in here. This right here is nutritional yeast. If you're new to plant-based cooking, you've probably never heard of this stuff before. It probably looks a little funny. It smells kind of nutty. And one of the best parts about nutritional yeast is that it adds a melty, flaky, nutty, cheesy flavor to your recipes. And also something that I've learned about eating more plant-based food is we also need to be careful and make sure we're getting the right amount of nutrients. And vitamin B12 is one of those nutrients that is harder for vegans to get and people eating plant-based to get. So what a lot of companies do is they'll fortify nutritional yeast with vitamin B12. Now, there's a lot of controversy on the benefits of fortified foods versus getting the natural ingredients, but a lot of doctors, a lot of scientists, a lot of nutritionists will recommend fortified nutritional yeast with B12 to get your energy up and make sure that you're getting everything you need to eat plant-based and be in the best shape of your life. This is looking good. I like to taste my food as I go. Need salt. Bring out some of the other flavors. All right, now come take a close look at this and tell me this doesn't look like rice. Tell me this doesn't look like a risotto, because I'm not buying it. This right here is starting to bring in some of that rice texture, bring in some of that flavor, and we're making a cauliflower risotto. We are ditching the carbs and we are adding in nutrient-dense vegetables, getting into better shape, getting more balance in our life, and figuring out what works with us, and also have more fun in the kitchen. See what you can do. What else can you do with cauliflower? I've seen people turn it into pizza crust before. I don't know. Possibilities are endless with plant-based cooking. This is done. I'm excited. Cauliflower rice, cauliflower risotto. Up next, I have the queen of vegan comfort food coming up, Lauren Toyota. She's gonna teach me buffalo cauliflower bites. I'm gonna let you guys know, do these buffalo cauliflower bites really take on the role of hot wings? All that when we come back on Trying Vegan with Mario. Welcome back to Trying Vegan with Mario. We are continuing our journey into delicious vegan comfort food. Today I have my guest, Lauren Toyota. Welcome to my kitchen.
Hi.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm stoked to be here.
Yes, I'm stoked to have you. I've been able to dive into some of your recipes and explore a little bit, but I was wondering, can you tell me a little bit about this cookbook and maybe some other recipes that might inspire me even more?
Yeah, I mean, it's all just really fun food. I'm trying to bring people in who aren't vegan so that the food looks familiar and like stuff that they actually want to eat. So I've got a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. I made like a breakfast trifle with an egg yolk sauce, totally vegan. Raspberry funfetti Pop-Tarts, but it's like I can recreate these things from my childhood that I missed, and I can make them better versions.
All right, so I'm a huge like buffalo wing kind of guy growing up. So
all guys love wings.
All guys love wings. All right, well, to feed into that stereotype anymore, I also don't think it's possible to make a truly delicious buffalo cauliflower type of wing. So are you up for this challenge?
Yes, because this is a recipe that I make people, especially omnivores, and it always convinces them. Now, it is supposed to be like chewy chicken-like. I get that cauliflower isn't chicken. Like, let's just establish that. But the texture, meatiness, and substantial kind of texture of cauliflower is satisfying. And once we batter it and sauce it up, but you can eat so much more. You don't feel crappy.
That's so true.
Virtually no fat in this. So yeah.
Okay, I've been feeling a lot better since I've been eating this food. So this is comfort food that is also, you know, not going to put you in a total collapse, a total food coma. All right, comfort food without the food coma.
Yeah. So
I love it. So we got our cauliflower right here. Just can you talk me through it? What do we gotta
Yeah, I mean, no need to be too intimidated, but you don't just want to start hacking into this thing. You want to be slightly, nice to
Okay,
it.
yeah.
So you can just cut off the stem.
Okay, I started the stem.
You want to take your knife and kind of go in at the base of a stem,
Okay.
and then you
Oh, I
get
see
like,
that.
this is a nice floret.
Yeah.
These are good sizes, like
There
2
we go.
bites almost, like a 2-bite thing. And now we're gonna make the batter.
Just like you would with normal wings.
You can use all-purpose flour, works, but we've got rice flour,
Yes.
so gluten-free rice flour, that works. And now to add all of our seasonings, we're gonna do 4 teaspoons each of garlic powder and onion powder.
Okay.
These are like 2 of my favorite things, just add so much flavor, right? We've got 2 teaspoons each of paprika and cumin.
Okay, cumin. Cumin, I love it. All right, you came into my kitchen. I had to find a moment to shout out some health benefits.
Oh.
Cumin is one of the most powerful antioxidants you could ever have. So low-key, really healthy for you, high-key, very delicious.
Love it, okay.
Great
I
addition.
didn't even know that.
All right.
Then just half a teaspoon each of salt and pepper.
Okay.
And then whip that first. Then we can add the liquid. And
Okay.
we're essentially making like a savory pancake batter here. That's like the thickness you're looking for. So it's a little bit of fat and then just a little bit extra liquid.
Yeah.
Okay, and now. All right.
So let's just check out the consistency. So
yeah,
it kind of like drips off very slowly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, we've also got 3 cups of panko breadcrumbs. Now, I like to dip into this batter dredge and then coat in breadcrumbs, and that gets it really
Extra crispy friedness. All right, I like your style.
So we're gonna put them on this parchment-lined baking sheet.
I'm just wondering, so I'm on this journey into vegan cooking, and why'd you get into vegan food?
Well, I had spent a few years like going back and forth from being vegetarian to being an omnivore.
Okay.
And I love food. I always cared about what I was eating, wanted to be healthy, wanted to like eat the right things. And so I knew I had to make a change. I watched a documentary called Food Inc.
Okay,
And
I watched
that's-
that.
Yeah, that's kind of what got it going in my mind. Like, I need to make a change. Like, I don't want to contribute to this corrupt food system, and started experimenting. And I really started Hot for Food even before I went vegan.
Really?
Yeah, I was documenting on my first blog.
It's kind of like me. All right, so I'm not 100% vegan
No, I
right
did it
now,
this
but I'm
way.
on this journey. Like I'm seeing that there's even more deliciousness to the vegan
Mm-hmm.
food. Because what you said, eating more plant-based food could be better for the environment and can be better for your health. But how do we make it taste good? And
my main
that is what you are the best at. You're the master. You are the queen.
Thank you. Some people do call me queen on the internet.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, it's fun.
We can run with that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, we got a cauliflower bites. We're gonna throw this in the oven on 450 for 25 minutes. Flip them halfway through. We're gonna take them out and then add some sauce.
Yeah, we're gonna do the hot sauce with some vegan butter, and I'll clean up my hands quickly.
Vegan butter?
Yeah.
Vegan butter? What the heck is that? I think we're about to find out. All right, we got our cauliflower cooking. Those are looking pretty good. Now, the most important part, maybe not the most important part, but one of the most important parts, the sauce. What are we gonna do to make this sauce? Okay, all right, I like the sauce.
So vegan butter is just, it looks and tastes and acts like regular butter, but there's no animal fat in it.
So this right here is vegan butter. This isn't normal butter. All right, it looks identical.
But it looks the same. So
Okay.
we actually just want to do 1/4 of a cup, which is half this stick.
Okay.
And we're gonna melt it in that pot and add hot
Cool.
sauce. Here
Boom.
we go, that.
Ooh, sizzle and melt. This butter is melting. Like right when we put it in, it started to melt like normal butter. This is very impressive.
And then the
I like
butter,
it.
the fat just helps get it crispier.
And
And
anything.
fattier.
Crispier and fattier. I like it. All right. This isn't my typical episode. All right.
So that shouldn't take long if it's melted, and then we'll coat them on.
No. Oh, look at that. They are
Okay.
crispy.
They look
Ooh.
great. That's
Wow.
great coloring on there.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
What you want to do is get these coated right now,
Oh, drenched in it.
drenched in sauce, back on the parchment,
Okay.
and then back in 450, 25 minutes, flipping. So we can just make the ranch while those bake.
All right. Yeah, I'll throw these back in the oven.
Those are are spicy and crispy and hot, and then you need like a cooling ranch dip, and I'm just a big ranch fan.
All right, me too.
Very classic comfort foodie style. So vegan mayonnaise is pretty much available everywhere now. There's different brands. They're all pretty much the same. They taste like real mayonnaise, just no eggs. So this looks kind of weird, but we're just gonna put.
It looks we're just
gonna put
not the most beautiful sight, but it looks like mayonnaise. So I know we're doing something right.
Onion powder. We want to add a teaspoon of that. Also apple cider vinegar, about 2 teaspoons. Quarter teaspoon of salt and pepper. Tablespoon of dill, tablespoon of parsley, and tablespoon of chives. And the fresh herbs is like what really makes it.
We're ranched up. We got about 10 more minutes on the wings. And when we come back, we're gonna have some delicious buffalo cauliflower bites with a lovely, nice and light ranch sauce. All that when we come back. All right, we are back. Oh my gosh, look at these cauliflower wings right here. This is
gorgeous. You gotta take that bite.
We gotta take that bite. All right, let's dive in.
I want you to go first because you were the cauliflower skeptic.
I was the cauliflower skeptic.
You like your wings, so this
I
is
do.
All
right.
Thing here. I heard a crunch. Real good crunch there.
Lots of good things going on here. Oh my gosh. That was amazing.
Like there's something about the cauliflower, right? Of course it's not chicken, like I said, but
the texture of the cauliflower is what's amazing. Like you take something like this and it's like a freaking rock, you know? But this like peels and tears and it's
it does, yeah, like that does look
look how
meaty,
tender that is.
See, I'm always surprised myself because I'm always like, no, it really is.
I gotta say, I'm sold on the cauliflower wings, the buffalo cauliflower wings from the Vegan Comfort Classic Cookbook. Definitely a new staple in my cooking. If you're gonna have people, you wanna impress them, make something for a party, make something for yourself. You know, just treat yourself.
Yeah, treat yourself. That's a good size for one right there.
Yeah, I like it. Treat yourself with some of these buffalo cauliflower wings. And make sure to check out the Vegan Comfort Classic Cookbook. I'm gonna continue to check it out and get inspiration from your recipes. And thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen and teaching me about these deep flavors and this fried texture, creamy sauciness, everything you could ever want in food, and we can get it from vegan cooking.
Yeah,
so
I'm so glad you're trying vegan, and I'm glad to help you on your journey. So thanks
yes, thank you. All right, so check out Trying Vegan with Mario, all my other episodes for more delicious recipes. Let's dive in. I gotta eat another one of these wings.
Oh, the crunchy moment.
Okay. Sold. I'll take the whole order.
You know,
I need 18 wings.
yeah.
For the full recipes from this episode and all my other episodes, visit tryingveganwithmario.com. Thanks for watching.
Asking how I made this bowl of vegetables, got so much soul. Whoa, in the kitchen trying vegan with Mario.